Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with another 40k video from Major Kill. And the topic for today's video is, what is everyone doing in the current setting? Good question. Obviously, the Lion has woken up, Angron's back, Vashtor attacked the Rock, which apparently didn't end well, Abaddon's doing stuff, and I believe the Lion and Angron had a pretty badass fight. And that's pretty much all I know. I haven't really seen like any other lore videos that go into like more details about what is currently going on. I don't know how much details he's going to get into in this video, but if you guys know of any other videos or anything that gets into more details about what is currently going on, that'd be awesome, because I'd like to know, because yeah, that's pretty much all I know. Yeah, Vashtor attacked the Rock, which apparently didn't end well. I guess Vashtor was looking for like some items or something like that. Yeah, the Lion and Angron fought. I think the Lion saved Dante, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know. So yeah, if you guys have any more insight or can point me to, some videos or something like that that, goes into a lot more details, that'd be awesome. All right, so anyways, yeah, let's get on to the video and see what is everybody else doing. Here we go.
G'day guys and gals. The lore of Warhammer 40k is obscenely vast and convoluted. Hundreds of plot lines featuring thousands of characters from dozens of factions and sub-factions, all crushed into one setting. There's a reason why I'm able to upload 4 videos a week and seemingly never run out of ideas. While that is pretty awesome in itself, especially for my career longevity, it does make knowing what the hell is happening a bit of an effort. It also makes it hard to find out where exactly each faction and key character is up to in the lore. Guilliman's resurrection is now old news, and many things have happened since then, and now with the Arcs of Omen and the return of the Lion, it's pushed the setting even further forward. Before we get started, April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, which is actually pretty important since testicular cancer is one of the very few cancers which is actually more prevalent and aggressive in young men versus older. So I'm proud to partner with Manscaped today, who are working with the Testicular Cancer Society to raise awareness. As a part of that, Manscaped has released a limited edition TCS Lawnmower 4.0, their flagship product, which is by far my favorite one to use. I have like 10 lawnmowers because they keep sending me new ones, but I always go back to the slick purple TCS one to keep the hedges trimmed. Manscaped has also recently released the Crop Mops, hydrating hygiene wipes that are perfect for cleaning our dangly sensitive bits, as well as this nifty TCS t-shirt, all of which you can get for 20% off and free international shipping. Is that a Dark Angels helmet behind that? 20% applies store-wide, not just today's featured products. So the ball deodorant, the Plow 2.0, the
Does he ever show off like his models and stuff like that? Because I see he's got like a lot of models on like
support a good cause while supporting your own hygiene.
His thing behind him.
Check your balls. Cheers to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Today we'll go over what each faction and key character is up to in the current setting of the 42nd millennium. From that, we should be able to get a good staging ground from where the plot will go next. Let's get into it. To get you up to speed, Warhammer 40k lore had kind of stagnated until the 13th Black Crusade, where Abaddon destroyed Cadia, split the galaxy in two with the Great Rift, and Guilliman was resurrected by the newly formed Ynnari and Belsarius Call. That was the big setting shake-up that everything else has been launching from. Guilliman then rallied a fuck-off massive fleet and launched the Indomitus Crusade in order to retake and secure Imperium Sanctus, which is the side of the Imperium that the Astronomicon still shines, as well as secure key areas of Imperium Nihilus, which is the side of the galaxy where the Astronomicon no longer shines due to being blocked by the Great Rift. However, Mortarion and the forces of Nurgle attacked Ultramar, causing Guilliman to take a large part of his forces to fight Morty in the Plague Wars, whilst the Indomitus Crusade fleets broke off to cover more ground. Guilliman battles Mortarion across Ultramar before they finally duel. Mortarion, being a fuck-off big smelly moth demon, overpowers G-Man, who probably rates his dueling ability way too highly, and injects him with the God Blight, a Primarch killing virus. Guilliman straight up dies. but he survives. See, the opening of the Great Rift flooded the galaxy with
I hear
psychic
Gilliman's
energy.
not like a
the greatest psyker to ever
great
live
fighter.
is the Emperor. Hence, this power-up has allowed the Emperor to somewhat pull his fractured consciousness back together and begin directly intervening in the galaxy once again. Hence, the Emperor possessed Gilliman, saved him, then lit Nurgle's garden on fire, directly burning the Chaos God. Mortarion is then banished and imprisoned by Nurgle for his failures, more or less knocking Nurgle and the Death Guard out of the game for now, ending the Plague Wars. Gilliman then begun preparing to fight the Tyranids. However, the return of the Silent King and the creation of the Pariah Nexus, a device that threatens to insta-kill all life in the galaxy, has drawn Gilliman's attention towards the Necrons for now, with the Silent King and G-Man showdown on the horizon. Before I get into more about the Necrons though, what about the Eldar? Eldar lore was looking pretty promising. They got a bunch of new characters, models, and the potential to awaken a new Eldar god of death who could challenge Slaanesh. Yvraine led multiple quests across multiple craft worlds to beat back the armies of Slaanesh and recover various Crone swords. If they found all of them, they could use them to awaken Yanen properly. However, this quest ended pretty shitly, as it was revealed that the final Eldar Crone sword was in the palace of Slaanesh's palace, more or less unreachable. Sadly, the Eldar books were quite poorly written and had shitty plot lines, so they didn't do very well, resulting in this kind of lore getting shunted and them not achieving anything of note. Currently, Yvraine is going across the galaxy, Loki acting like a bit of a bitch for Gilliman as she recently recovered 2 powerful artifacts for him that he might be able to use to help counter the Great Rift. Craftworld Baal Tan is still fragmented, Iyanden is still a ghost ship, and Ulfway may be about to get devastated by a united Night Lord's Legion, but that plotline has yet to materialize. In a similar vein, the Dark Elder have been lacking meaningful lore lately, with Vect still doing random shit to consolidate his power whilst trying to stop his subjects from joining the Ynnari, a much better gig than the current murderfuck everything situation that the Dark Elder.
So they want to leave the Dark Elder and join the Ynnari?
And I'm not even going to mention Exiled Elder lore. Harlequins are just doing Harlequin shit, I really can't keep up with them. With the Elder's recent range refresh and hopefully solid sales, we're definitely due for some juicy Eldar lore. The Tau Empire isn't the loudest when it comes to their lore, but they are trugging along, constantly inventing new shit that pushes them closer and closer to a technological powerhouse. Commander Farsight is still alive and kicking, recently featuring in the Arcs of Omen narrative as he fought some orcs and chaos whilst managing to resist the call of Khorne. Shadow Sun continues her service as the Tau Warlord, however she's beginning to have doubts about the Empire as she secretly helped Farsight avoid capture at Tau hands. The Tau definitely need a bit of lore love. Maybe a hectic Eldar and Tau plotline could slap. The Custodians have finally become quite active in the galaxy, leaving terror in their thousands as they accompany various fleets across the galaxy. Constantine Valdor has also begun to emerge, creating a pocket dimension in the warp that is full of supercharged blank clones, Custodians, and winged blood angels, as well as a huge fleet. He has been preparing for something massive for thousands of years, and with the force he has with him, could either save or destroy the Imperium. As for the Necrons, whilst most of their lore involve the fun and lovable Trizin the Infinite, who is currently trying to find a way to enter the Great Rift, whilst also throwing a bunch of Pokeballs at people along the way, the bigger lore is the return of the Silent King, who has retaken command of his dynasty, rallied numerous other dynasties to his will, and now controls a section of space which is under the effect of the Pariah Nexus. Basically a device that creates a wide-range null effect that shuts the warp down in a specific area. He basically wants to blanket the galaxy in this aura, defeating Chaos and the Tyranids, but also completely fucking over the Eldar and the Imperium, as it would kill the Emperor, shut down the Astronomicon, and make warp travel impossible. Gilliman has directed large amounts of warriors to attacking the Pariah Nexus and preventing its influence from spreading. The Silent King has been shown to be an honorable opponent, sparing enemies who fight well and with honor. After all, his ship is so OP, it can vaporize worlds in an instant, but he only ever uses it like that if the enemy have been a bunch of pussy-ass bitches. Respect. Currently, we are waiting to see the showdown between him and Gilliman. Chaos has been a busy little bee lately. Buzz.
That'd be interesting.
The Arcs of Omen's story was all about Chaos, with Abaddon teaming up with a new character called Vashtor in order to create dozens of Arcs of Omens, super Chaos ships, that would then be used to retrieve numerous key fragments. They succeed, creating the key. Vashtor and Abaddon are now searching for the lock, which is thought to hold a special Old Ones artifact that could ascend Vashtor to godhood and give Abaddon a massive advantage in his war against the Imperium. Angron is back and stronger than ever, shredding through Imperial forces and even managing to overcome and corrupt one of the main wings of the Indomitus fleets. A huge victory for Khorne. He was recently banished by the returned Lion, who bludgeoned his skull in with a shield. However, due to Khorne's favour, Angron returns from banishment extremely quickly these days, the usual 1,000 years being reduced to a handful of weeks. As stated, Mortarion is in Nurgle's naughty corner, but what about the other demon primarchs? Well, Fulgrim is said to finally be active again, invading fringe worlds at the host of a Slaneshi horde.
I still really want to see his model.
Slim. Perturabo is actively helping Abaddon with weapons and tech viruses, but he himself is yet to step into the light. It's still unclear if he is actually a demon prince or has turned himself into a Primarch dreadnought to slow down his death due to the curse Fulgrim placed on him during Angel Exterminatus. Lorgar is still hiding from Corvus under the guise of quote-unquote meditation, whilst Magnus is still reforming after his banishment on Fenris and then by Gilliman on Luna. The whereabouts of Omegan is still unknown. However, with some loyalist Alpha Legionnaires still being active in the galaxy, it's safe to say he's still kicking. Now a juicy one. What is the Lion up to? Well, Old Mate recently woke up and kicked some ass. After awakening with a newfound ability to teleport, he visited many worlds on Imperium Nihilus and saved them from all the bullshit going on. While doing so, he has encountered and redeemed many of his fallen Dark Angel's sons. Eventually, he was found by the Blood Angels, who brought him to a battle where the Dark Angels were fighting against Vashtor, Abaddon, and Angron. The Lion was able to kick Angron's ass and send him screaming back to hell, whilst Abaddon's fleet retreated from the Blood and Dark Angel onslaught.
Adios.
The Lion is currently on the Rock, leading a massive army of Dark Angels that is more or less the Dark Angel Legion reformed, as it involves the Dark Angels chapter, their successor chapters, and the Redeemed Fallen. How about Balsarius Call and the Mechanicum? After all, it seems like he came, brought back Gilliman, created the Primaris, and then just kind of fucked off. Well, everyone's favourite mechanical hentai monster is still busy. He recently travelled to Sothar to study the Pharos device to try find a way to build a device that can seal the Great Rift. After pranking a Catan shard, Call was able to more or less get the blueprints of the Pharos device, find others across the galaxy, and find a bunch of Blackstone, the building material of the Necrons and other advanced races. So he is currently trying to use all this info and material to build something that could seal the Great Rift, and even potentially close the Eye of Terror. The Tyranids have been a bit of a dormant threat for a while after the defeat of numerous key high fleets. However, with Leviathan recently winning the Octarius War, as well as the arrival of new high fleets, they are gearing up to be the big bads of 10th edition. I'm not really sure which character is going to be the one to hold them off, with G-Man on his way to the Silent King and the Lion fighting against Chaos, but it could actually be a dope opportunity for some unlikely alliances to form.
That would be cool.
And Eldar take on the Nids.
That would be cool.
Even seeing some Necron and Eldar fight alongside each other for the first time ever could be sweet. After
That
all,
would
if
be
the Orcs and the
interesting too.
Imperium or the Iron Warriors and Imperial Fist can team up against a greater foe, then surely the Mechanical Egyptians and the Space Elves can as well. Saint Celestine was recently killed by Khan the Betrayer in an anime tier duel, however she's recently passed her horrific trial of resurrection and is back in the fray. The Orcs lore has kind of stopped recently, with Gazkel getting a new bigger body and leading a gigantic fleet that has yet to arrive somewhere meaningful. People were hoping he would be the one to take on Angron and get revenge for the death of Yarick.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
One to stop the Tyranids' new offensive. But for now, a couple million Orc ships are just kind of hanging out somewhere, looking very menacing. So that's the broad strokes of who's doing what in the current setting. Even from just detailing that, I'm sure you can see a bunch of waves that are about to break. The obvious ones is the showdown between Gilliman and the Silent King, what Gazkel is about to do with his armada, what the fuck is Valor going to do with his Uber army, and what will happen when Vashtor unlocks the Old One's vault. I get a feeling that this edition is going to be a big one, with a lot of payoffs finally landing. I'm really curious about what will happen with the Tyranids, and if they manage to land a serious blow. I'm hoping that it doesn't become just like a Nid vs Imperium thing, but instead a Nid vs Galaxy thing,
kind of be a
spanner that fucks with everyone's shit. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon is the place to be, where only $1 per month gives you access to a boatload of Battle Mace 40 million hentai, and $10 per month gives you access to a bunch of live action nude cosplay photos. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more up-to-date.
Okay, so there we go. There is what is everyone doing in the current state. So some are doing stuff, some not so much. You know, Orcs really aren't doing a whole lot. Eldar, Tau, not really a whole lot. You know, obviously the Imperium's doing stuff, and Chaos is doing stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool to see Gilliman versus the Silent King. That'd be a pretty interesting thing. I've always been fond of the Necrons. You know, they always seemed very interesting to me, since that was going to be the next class race I was going to play was the Necrons. Yeah, Tau's not really doing too much. Same thing with Eldar. Dark Eldar, not a whole lot going on there, which is kind of disappointing. Because I kind of have a feeling like Dark Eldar could have some like really cool, really dark, brutal, violent stories and stuff like that from them. Yeah, obviously everything is kind of focusing on Chaos right now, and Vashtor and Abaddon. I don't know, do you think Vashtor would get all the parts and ascend? Could there be another Chaos God? I mean, that would be very interesting to see how something like that would play out. Yeah, I didn't know anything about the Plague Wars. That is something new. What else? Yeah, the Eldar, you know, trying to bring back a god, but yeah, you ain't getting that other, what is it, the other sword, the other item? Yeah, you're not getting that. And the Palace of Slanesh, yeah, good luck. That's pretty much a way to just kill off that storyline immediately. All right, the last thing we need. All right, where is it? The Palace of Slanesh. Yeah, good luck. Not gonna. Oh, my camera went out of focus. Ooh, camera, come back. There we go. Yeah, so that's one way to just completely kill off a storyline like that. Let's put the last item needed in the most difficult area to get. So yeah, that's kind of a shame. But yeah, like you were saying, I think with Tyranids coming back, I think it would be pretty cool to see, like, I don't know, the Eldar and Necrons teaming up, or what do you say, Necrons and Tau or something like that, you know, instead of just the Necrons going after the Imperium again, you know. Let's throw some other races in there, you know what I mean? Imperium's got a lot on their plate at the moment. Yeah, and then of course, you know, the Lion, which is pretty awesome. Angron, more cool stuff. Yeah, Omegon, I don't know. And then of course some of the other Chaos Primarchs and stuff like that. Fulgrim always interested me. You know, what, four-armed snake? Sounds pretty badass. You know, I'm kind of actually really looking forward to seeing like his model and stuff like that. I think he did have one like way back, many years ago, I thought. But seeing something present day and how awesome the Lion came out and Angron came out, yeah, I think like a four-armed snaky boy Fulgrim would be awesome to see. I don't know, something about his Primarch is very interesting, even though I guess he's not well written and stuff like that. He's kind of like a, I don't know if he's just a shit Primarch or just not well written. I don't know, the Emperor's Children, I don't know, just seems like, you know, they don't get like a lot of focus. Like, you know, you get like a lot of like Black Legion and you know, God, I'm drawing a blank on all the other ones, but you don't really hear a lot, you know, Thousand Sons and stuff like that, but you don't really hear too much about like the Emperor's Children, you know. So yeah, Magnus coming back to life or trying to get back from his banishment. Mortarion, I guess, is in Nurgle's naughty corner. Had no idea about that. Yeah, so some things are happening, some just kind of waiting around to see what happens next. You know, I think with Tyranids coming and stuff like that, I don't know, they could do a lot. They could do a lot. And Orcs just kind of sitting there waiting, you know. But yeah, so there we go. There is the video. That is what everyone is doing in the current state. Some are doing stuff. Some just kind of sitting around and hoping they get some attention. So, yeah, there we go. Let me know, what do you want to see happen? Do you want to see the Tyranids, you know, go after the Imperium or do you want to see them go after, I mean, yes, granted, this video is a month old, I think, a month, maybe 2 months old, so obviously some things have, come out and stuff like that. I think the Nids have attacked the Imperium, I think, but like in the future and stuff like that, do you want to see him like go after the Eldar? Do you want to see like Eldar and Tau team up, or Eldar and Necrons team up to fight Tyranids and stuff? Let me know what you want to see, and who do you think should kind of get like a little bit of the spotlight? Do you think Eldar, Tau, Dark Eldar should get like some sort of, little bit of the spotlight? Something happened to them? Let me know. Anyways, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links in the description below. Come join me over on Discord, and we can, chat more and stuff like that instead of just in the comment section. And, yeah, you can suggest videos and stuff like that for me to check out. And, yeah, just overall, come and chat. And on that, yeah, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.